Far beyond the fading borders of civilization, where the desert swallowed roads and memory alike, there stood a settlement few maps dared to acknowledge. Travelers spoke of it only in whispers, usually after too much whiskey and never loud enough for strangers to hear. People arrived there carrying guilt, fear, and unfinished business. Some came searching for refuge. Others came because there was nowhere else left to run. But the frontier demanded payment from every man eventually, and the desert always collected what it was owed. One rider approached the town near dusk, his silhouette barely visible against the dying sunlight. His horse moved slowly beneath the weight of exhaustion, while dust covered every inch of his coat. He did not arrive looking for trouble. Trouble had followed him for years already. In the West, the past rarely stayed buried for long. The town greeted him the same way it greeted every stranger, with silence heavy enough to feel like judgment. Windows closed quietly as he passed. Conversations ended before he could hear what was being said. Even the wind seemed reluctant to cross the empty streets. He stopped near the saloon, studying the buildings carefully as though danger might emerge from any shadow. Inside, the atmosphere felt colder than the desert night outside. The piano player stopped immediately. Glasses froze halfway to waiting mouths. Every eye measured him in silence, deciding whether he represented danger or opportunity. The rider asked only for water, but even that simple request unsettled the room. Fear lived openly here, disguised beneath routine and tired expressions. Later that night, he learned why the town feared strangers so deeply. Powerful men controlled everything beyond the frontier. Gold disappeared before reaching the banks. Witnesses vanished before reaching the courts. The sheriff enforced rules written not by law, but by greed. Anyone who questioned the system either disappeared into the desert or never spoke again. The rider listened carefully, saying little, because survival in the West often depended on knowing when silence mattered more than truth. Before dawn, he stood beside his horse at the edge of town, staring toward the endless desert ahead. Leaving would be easy. One decision, one trail, and this place would become another ghost behind him. Then, in the distance, the sound of approaching horses broke the silence. Slow, deliberate, unavoidable. The rider adjusted his gloves and turned back toward the town once more, because some battles begin the moment a man decides he is finally done running.